Hi, I'm Arman, and in the next couple of minutes I'm going to demo Domainpro. Domainpro is a domain-specific platform for software modeling and actually software analysis and code generation. The first step in using Domainpro is to actually define the meta language. In order to define a meta language, you have to specify the meta types in your model. So, for example, the we have voluntary computing system is the meta language for our software model. So each metatype can actually contain other metatypes or depend on other metatypes. One of the important aspects of Domainpro meta language and metatypes is that you can specify the presentation shapes for them. So you can actually have a software model that looks the way you want it, not the way that the tool is dictating it for you. So the next part of it is that you can specify properties that actually extend the semantics of your meta language and allows designers to actually create variations of the model that are different from the base meta language constructs. So, for example, in the volunteer pool, we have the pool size, so different models can have different pool size, and the volunteer reliability, which gives the freedom to developers to actually have different volunteer reliabilities when they are testing their system. The next step is that you have to generate the meta language, and then based on the generated meta language, you can actually edit and design the software model. Here you can see the smart redundancy system that we used in our paper. So as you can see, different presentation constructs are displayed here, and the interesting aspect of Domainpro is that the software model that you have looks like a model that you would design in a diagramming tool like Visio or PowerPoint, and it doesn't take away from the functionality, but it provides a very good and appealing presentation for your software. When you're designing the system, you have the ability to actually provide some property overrides for the things that you had in your meta model. For example, the pool size or the volunteer reliability can be defined here. Or in the problem, we can actually have a required confidence or computation size that is different from what we had in the meta language. After completing the modeling of the system, then we will be using the Domainpro Analyst. Domainpro Analyst, when you want to use the Domainpro Analyst, you just have to open the model that you created and specify the meta language for that model. As you can see, when you open your model in Domainpro Analyst, you have several options. For example, you can specify the property overrides. Property overrides are essentially the values that you want to have for the properties that you define in your meta language. You can choose the values that you had in your model, or you can specify different values. For example, for the required confidence, we can have 4 here. The next option that you have to specify is the termination conditions. Termination conditions are actually the rules that will determine that the simulation has ended. So some of the simple ones are the simulation time or the maximum number of cycles that the simulation is going to run for. You can actually define custom conditions for more complicated scenarios here. The most important aspect of Domainpro Analyst is that it allows you to attach watch types to its analysis engine. So you can go through and navigate through the tree of the types that you created and select the ones that you want to have. So you already selected 4 types and added them in our system. So let's simulate and see how it looks like. While the Domainpro is running the simulations, it actually provides live feedback for users. And as you can see here, you can actually see live how what is the percent correct for the number of tasks and the tasks getting generated. You can monitor a couple of these at the same time, and they don't interfere with one another. For example, you can watch the number of invocations and the percent correct for different tasks that are being run. After the simulation is done, you have the option to export these values to an Excel file or change the property overrides and run different simulations. Now that you've seen how Domainpro can simplify modeling systems and actually running analysis in them, go ahead and try it out for yourself. Thank you for your time and attention.